Shalom. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to read Deuteronomy chapter 31. Remember, Deuteronomy is the last hours of the life of Moses as he is standing with the nation of Israel on the eastern shore of the Jordan River on what is called the plains of Moab. They can look across the river and see the city of Jericho, so they knew what's coming up next. But these are the last few hours of Moses, and he is reciting all of the acts of God in their history so far, and he is reciting the law that God has given him. So he is repeating it here in Deuteronomy. So we're in chapter 31. We're getting close to the end of the book. There's only 34 chapters. So here in chapter 31, let's join Moses and see what he's saying. You ready? Verse 1. Moshe went and spoke the following words to all Israel. I am 120 years old today. I can't get around any longer. Moreover, Adonai has said to me, you will not cross this Jordan. Adonai your God, he will cross over ahead of you. He will destroy these nations ahead of you, and you will dispense them. Yehoshua, that's Joshua, he will cross over ahead of you, as Adonai has said. Adonai will do to them what he did to Sihon and Og, the kings of the Amori, to their land. He destroyed them. Adonai will defeat them ahead of you, and you are to do to them just as I have ordered you to do. Be strong, be bold, don't be afraid or frightened of them, for Adonai your God is going with you. He will neither fail you nor abandon you. You know, those are some great verses right there. Verse 6, or to mark that one or to highlight that one. That was a good one. Hang on to that. Moses continues. Next, Moshe summoned Yehoshua, and in the sight of all Israel, said to him, be strong, be bold, for you are going with this people into the land Adonai swore to their ancestors he would give them. You will be the one causing them to inherit it. But Adonai, it is he who will go ahead of you. He will be with you. He will neither fail you nor abandon you. So don't be afraid or downhearted. You know, folks, that's another good verse you ought to mark and highlight, hang on to. You could probably need that in your life too. Next verse. So then Moshe wrote down this Torah and gave it to the Kohanim, the descendants of Levi, who carried the ark with the covenant of Adonai, and to all the leaders of Israel. Moshe gave them these orders. At the end of every 7 years, during the festival of Sukkot, in the year of Shemitah, when all Israel have come to appear in the presence of Adonai at the place he will choose, you are to read this Torah before all Israel, so that they can hear it. Assemble the people, the men, the women, the little ones, and the foreigners who you have in your towns, so that they can hear, learn, fear Adonai your God, and take care to obey all the words of this Torah, so that their children who have not known can hear and learn to fear Adonai your God, for as long as you live in the land you are crossing the Jordan to possess. Adonai said to Moshe, the time is coming for you to die. Summon Yehoshua and present yourselves in the tent of meeting, so that I can commission him. Moshe and Yehoshua went and presented themselves in the tent of meeting. Adonai appeared in the tent in a column of cloud. The column of cloud stood above the entrance to the tent. Adonai said to Moshe, you are about to sleep with your ancestors, but this people will get up and offer themselves as prostitutes to the foreign gods of the land where they are going. When they are with those gods, they will abandon me and break my covenant which I have made with them. Then my anger will flare up, and I will abandon them and hide my face from them. They will be devoured, and many calamities and troubles will come upon them. Then they will ask, haven't these calamities come upon us because our God isn't here with us? But I will be hiding my face from them because of all the evil they will have done in turning to other gods. You know, God was predicting this. He knew this. And he's warning Moshe. Moshe is speaking this aloud to the people of Israel. And, you know, even though they knew this, it wasn't enough to stop them from doing it. Isn't that a life lesson? Sometimes we know the right thing to do, but it's not enough to stop us from doing what we shouldn't do. Interesting. But there are consequences, and the Lord is saying, I'm going to hide my face from you. You're going to end up destroyed. You're going to be wondering what's going on. And if you read a little further in the Bible, when you get into First and Second Kings, when you get into First and Second Chronicles, yeah, that's when you see the fulfillment of these prophecies right here. All right, verse 19. Moses is still speaking. Therefore, write this song for yourselves and teach it to the people of Israel. Have them learn it by heart so that this song can be a witness for me against the people of Israel. For when I have brought them into the land, I swore to their ancestors, flowing with milk and honey, and they have eaten their fill, grown fat, and turned to other gods, serving them and despising me, and broken my covenant. Then after many calamities and troubles have come upon them, this song will testify before them as a witness, because their descendants will still be reciting it and will not have forgotten it. For I know how they think even now, even before I have brought them into the land about which I swore. So Moshe wrote this song that same day and taught it to the people of Israel. Adonai also commissioned Yehoshua the son of Nun with these words, Be strong and full of courage, for you are to bring the people of Israel into the land about which I swore of them, and I will be with you. Moshe kept writing the words of this Torah in a book until he was done. When he had finished, Moshe gave these orders to the Levim who carried the ark with the covenant of Adonai. Take this book of the Torah and put it next to the ark with the covenant of Adonai your God, so that it can be there to witness against you. For I know how rebellious and stiff-necked you are. Here, even while I'm still alive with you today, you have rebelled against Adonai. So how much more will you do so after my death? How difficult it must have been for Moses to know what was coming. Verse 28. Assemble for me all the leaders of your tribes and your officials, so that I can say these things in their hearing, calling heaven and earth to witness against them, because I know that after my death you will become very corrupt and turn aside from the way that I have ordered you, and that disaster will come upon you in the Acharit Hayamin, that means the last days, because you will do what Adonai sees as evil and provoke him by your deeds. Then Moshe spoke in the hearing of the whole assembly of Israel the words of this song from beginning to end. That's the next chapter.